Are you tired of feeling trapped by the chains of debt? Do you want to learn how to turn your debts into profit? In this video, we will unveil tried and true strategies that will empower you to maximize your profits from debt. This isn't your typical financial advice. We're about to flip the traditional view of debt on its head. Imagine a world where debt isn't a burden, but a hidden treasure and a potential source of wealth. Picture yourself strategically managing and leveraging debt and transforming liabilities into lucrative opportunities. This isn't a fantasy, but a reality where debt fuels your wealth creation engine. This means you could make money by investing in appreciating assets that increase in value over time, using cheaper, low-interest debt to pay off high-interest debt, or even turning debt into income streams. But remember, this isn't a reckless adventure. This approach needs careful planning, controlled spending, and a good understanding of how to manage money. In this video, you will learn how to understand and manage your debt. What is the difference between good and bad debt? We will uncover the mystery of game-changing 30% rule and tax optimization strategies. So, are you ready to embark on this thrilling journey and master the art of turning debt into wealth? But before we begin, please hit that subscribe button and join our community to never miss out on our upcoming videos and insider tips. Let's explore together. Alright, let's dive into some transformative strategies. First, I want to discuss the importance of understanding and managing debt strategically. Used right, leverage can accelerate wealth building. What are your current thoughts on debt? Honestly, debt stresses us out. We picture all those sleepless nights and financial worries immediately in our heads. And most of the people try to avoid it as much as possible. But I'd love to show you how to use it responsibly. That's a healthy respect for debt. The key is using it strategically only for assets that appreciate or provide cash flow, while keeping overall debt low relative to your income and assets. Slow, modest leverage gives you access to growth opportunities otherwise unavailable. How does that general concept sound? Leverage debt for worthwhile investments, but keep the total burden low. Prime examples are mortgages on investment real estate, which we will cover in more depth later in this video, so stay tuned. This is low-rate financing for equipment that saves operating expenses. A business line of credit to seize inventory bargains when available. Or consolidating credit card balances to lower-rate personal loans. The debt fuels higher return opportunities. Debt works for you when approached calmly and strategically. But things like racking up credit card balances on depreciating purchases, for instance, flashy cars, latest version of mobile, or that must-have designer bag, all of them work against you. It comes down to mindset. See debt as a tool to boost assets, not enable frivolous spending. Remember, wealth is often built using other people's money. But do so calculatedly and conservatively, as debt is requiring careful handling. Let's move on to explore tax optimization strategies and minimizing unnecessary taxes. As your financial compass, guiding you to manage your debt more effectively. Managing taxes wisely is key to building wealth. What are your thoughts on your current tax strategy? Scared, right? But don't worry, we will share insights on small tax strategies and how you can use your hard-earned money for wealth building. You can implement them immediately without having any degree in finance. The key concepts are utilizing deductions like retirement accounts and business expenses, sheltering income in tax-advantaged vehicles, delaying taxes through strategies like 1031 exchanges, and seeking assets, providing cash flow, but not creating immediate tax liability. Here are some specific examples of how the wealthy minimize taxes legally. Contributing maximum amounts to retirement plans, like 401k and IRAs, can be a game changer. Investing in opportunity zones, using appreciated real estate equity for exchanges into new properties, accelerating write-offs of business capital expenditures. Capital gains tax, CGT, rates. Wealthy professionals often form companies and corporations to be eligible for lower CGT rates, rather than collect salaries that would be subject to the top rate of income tax. These are just some of the ways the savvy minimize unnecessary taxes. The key is working with knowledgeable CPAs and wealth managers to optimize your tax burden within legal means. Taxes are inevitable, but the wealthy minimize them strategically and channel savings into productive assets. Remember, while these strategies are legal, they require careful planning and a deep understanding of tax laws. It's always recommended to consult with a financial advisor or tax professional for personalized advice, unique to your personal financial situation. Now, let's talk about good debt versus bad debt. This distinction is important for strategic borrowing and is crucial for managing finances. Have you heard about this? Stay tuned, we will break it down. The key difference is, good debt enables purchasing assets that tend to appreciate in value or provide income. What is good debt? Well, it's generally linked to an investment in your future. It has potential to increase your net worth or significantly enhance your life. Let me give you a few examples to make it clear for you. Planning to take mortgage to acquire a rental property can be good debt, as you receive rental income and property value increases over time. Are you thinking to acquire a student loan for higher education? This is a great example of good debt, as it increases your knowledge and earning potential in the future, making it an investment in yourself. Another example of good debt is business loan. When you borrow money to launch or expand, a business can lead to increased income in the future. On the other hand, bad debt finances depreciating liabilities providing no long-term value. Typically involves borrowing for items that do not increase in value or generate income. Are you using credit cards for unnecessary expenses, or high-interest loans for vacations or luxury items? Are you taking out loans for depreciating assets like cars? If the answer is yes, then these are considered as bad debt. Bad debt, which involves borrowing for non-essential items or items that lose value over time, can negatively impact financial health. High interest rates and accumulating debt, without any potential for return, can lead to financial stress, making it challenging to achieve long-term financial goals. With careful use, good debt strategically accelerates your wealth building, while bad debt drags you down. Now we are moving on to an exciting part, to discuss an important mind-blowing debt management concept that can transform your debt into a wealth-generating tool, the 30% rule. This sets a smart limit for how much of your income should go towards debt payments. Have you heard of this magic rule? Here, my friends, you will learn about recommended debt limits to make sure you stay on track. The 30% rule states that no more than 30% of your gross monthly income should go towards paying debts like credit cards, loans, mortgages, etc. This helps prevent getting overextended and keeps debt manageable. What percent of income are you currently dedicating to debt payments? Please let me know in the comments below. Well, on average, around 40–50% goes towards student loans, car payment and credit card balances. That's worrying, when you are realizing now it's above 30%. No need to worry. Now that you know about the 30% recommendation, you can work towards reducing other debts incrementally to get within that target range. Strategies like consolidation loans, shifting to lower interest cards, paying above minimums and of course, increasing income, all help. The 30% rule gives a good general ceiling for debt burden. Staying below, it provides budget breathing room and flexibility, still to build savings and wealth over time. It's a great long-term ratio to work towards. Remember, keeping debt payments below 30% of income ensures you have enough money left over to really start growing wealth. Now you're empowered with clear goals to reduce debts and optimize spending. You've got this. Moving on, let's talk about strategies around mortgages, since they are often the largest debt people take on. What questions do you have about navigating mortgages wisely? Please, let me know in the comments below. We definitely want to learn more about mortgage strategies. For instance, as a first-time homebuyer, how much should I put down? How do I decide on loan term? And what type of mortgage makes the most sense? We've got the answers. On down payment, lenders often approve with as little as 3–5% down, but 20% avoids PMI insurance. Try to save up enough to put down 20%, if you can, to avoid extra costs. On term, 30 years provides lower payments, but you pay significantly more interest over time versus a 15-year. For type, conventional fixed-rate mortgages are simplest if you plan on staying put. Now, follow-up question: is it ever better to invest, rather than pay off a mortgage aggressively? If you can earn a higher return, investing the capital elsewhere, instead of paying extra principal on low-interest debt, like a mortgage, it can make sense to invest instead. But, run the numbers carefully, and know your risk tolerance. Often paying off debt guarantees decent returns. The keys we've covered are using debt only for acquiring appreciating assets, or cash-flowing investments, keeping overall debt low relative to income, through limits, like the 30% rule, and optimizing terms to reduce interest costs. It's about shifting your perspective on debt, managing it strategically, and leveraging it as a tool for wealth creation. With careful planning, disciplined spending, and a deep understanding of financial management, you can navigate the financial landscape and turn liabilities into opportunities. Apply these with an abundance mindset, appreciating debt's immense power to grow wealth yet respecting its risks. Work with knowledgeable mentors and advisors to use debt as a tailwind, never a headwind. Remember, millionaires and massive companies utilize debt strategically every single day to expand their assets and equity. With the right approach, you can turn debt into a stepping stone towards financial freedom. Thanks for watching this video and joining us on this exciting journey on how to profit from debt. If you found it helpful, please subscribe to our channel for more valuable financial tips and strategies. Onward to a prosperous debt-leveraged future.